Hello, it's me, Silver. How's it going? I've been posting the shorts that are vlogs, in a sense, with the dice. We're already on day 20. It's tropical lemongrass again. This one takes lemongrass, herbal tea, and peppermint hibiscus, rosehip, chamomile, and apple. I think it might be cool enough to drink. I let it brew over time because I wanted to really feel how strong it could get, since I've already tried with the instructions that this provides, which is 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. I hope that anyone watching this is doing well. At least better than me. Which shouldn't be too hard, but I recovered from my cold. It was the flu. I know it was the flu because I was feverish for a couple of days. And it was... it wasn't SARS. I know this because I came into contact with the virus since a lot of the kids were infected, and stress levels and make my immune system weaker. So on Friday I was already feeling the effects. On Friday, I think this was 2 weeks ago, probably 2-3 weeks ago. I don't even know. Time feels strange. It feels like Christmas, but not very. I mean, it's a strange feeling. I think I never felt Christmas this strongly, but at the same time it feels odd. I don't know, there's a strange energy. I really don't know. I just, yeah, the teacher that I was subbing for returned, and yeah, I could see why the kids were so adamant that I should stay, because yeah, she's the kind of teacher that they want there, the kind that yells and speaks very strongly and all that. I mean, some of the teachers who do that, they're alright outside of the class, but I may be inexperienced with schools and classes with a lot of kids in the same place, since I didn't have a lot of experience with that. This is amazing. But I think that there needs to be empathy between the students and the teachers. Like I said before, that I don't need them to like me. I don't need them to be my friends. I just want them to know that I care and that I'm paying attention and that I want to help. And yeah, being neurodivergent myself, I was able to connect with a lot of the problem kids, and also the complex trauma and all that. I was able to connect with all of these problem kids, because in one way or another I understood their circumstances and why they behaved in the ways that they did. And yeah, being ADHD, I mean, I was very emotional. On the last day, I gave them my contacts. I gave them an email and I gave them, some of them, my phone number. And unsurprisingly, the ones who contacted me were the ones who felt that nobody cared about them. The ones who felt discriminated against. And yeah, I will talk to them, and I said that if they needed any help or explanation regarding English, because I noticed that there's a severe lack of ability to explain English, because when I was correcting the tests, like, I corrected them because I don't just sorry this I just wanted to pause it, but it got, but now I have the coffee. The teacup is here. My brother showed up, and my brother is the priority. Sorry. This is therapy, in a way, but my brother was here and I was talking to him. I don't even know what I was talking about. I don't remember. Probably about the way some of the other teachers act. I know that some actually do care about the kids, because I got the chance to speak to one or two of them. But for the most part, I think there's a lot of lack of care. I mean, maybe they are tired because this is very stressful, but I don't think that yelling at the children who did nothing, they are not responsible for the bureaucracy and all that rubbish from the system. Yeah, and yeah, I was able, that's probably what I was saying, that I was able to reach the problem kids, and they were the ones who messaged me, and I offered to help in whatever they wanted. I mean, the kids, maybe next term they'll forget I exist, or maybe they won't forget. I think I had a real impact on 90% of the classes that I had. And another thing that I noticed was that some of them seemed to have never met a teacher who wasn't mean. Except for the history teacher I spoke to. But he was not the history teacher of all the classes that I had, so yeah. I don't know. I'm just very tired because I've been writing the minute. I forgot how to pronounce that. It's the minute. It's not minute. The minute. I don't know. And it's the same thing for everyone except for the names and all that stuff. It's very I will have to lead the meeting for the homeroom class, which, yeah, that's obvious, but I've never had to do anything like that. But I did see the other meetings and everyone was just kind of messy. There was one that felt like I was watching a class because they didn't stop talking to one another, and I was just like, can you complain about the kids? Okay. Awesome. I don't know how mine will be. Just, yeah. I had to change one of the grades that I gave. The marks. It's the final mark of one of the students. Because I didn't give any negative grades. Since I got here at the end and I didn't really have time to properly observe and evaluate their performances, I had to come up with strategies to walk around that. There was a class that, they all of them had good grades because I gave them an easy test. Since they only had 1 hour to do it, it had to be an easy test. It was the same test as the other ones, but it was just easier to finish, basically. Normally those tests are used for kids with specific needs, but in this case I gave the same test to everyone, except for I think two or one. The one I had to read the questions to, and he was answering because he doesn't write, and he doesn't like eye contact because he's autistic, and me too, but his level is higher. But I didn't feel like he was antagonizing me or anything, and even smiled at me, and yeah, the kid clearly just needed someone who understood his needs and didn't demand eye contact. I don't know what kind of formation these people have with neurodivergence, but it's really upsetting. And yeah, from the same class, there's a kid who was one of the best students there, in my opinion, and he has skin issue, medical thing, and he will start treatment. He'll start treatment, and it might evolve to something bad, but maybe not. And I will just hope that it doesn't. And I think my personal retrospect about this experience was that what moves me is love, as corny as that might sound. Because I was stressed the whole time. I was not getting paid. I haven't been paid yet. I don't know when that will happen, but I haven't been paid yet. But I kept going, and I kept trying to do my best. If you hear anything, you know you don't, because I plugged my ears because I don't want to get angry. Yeah, it's corny, but I was going there because I wanted to help and I wanted to teach. It was hard at first, but once the empathy was established, I was able to do things and teach them. That's why I say that what moves me is really the fact that I could have turned into an evil person, a vindictive person who takes everything out on innocent people or on everyone, but I didn't. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. As much as they wanted me to be a figure of authority and yell and all that, in most cases that doesn't work, and then they complain that kids are reactive and that they don't like them and that they insult them, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, you haven't earned their respect And respect is not something that's owed, it's something that's earned. Maybe in the past people thought differently, and kids just had that idea that they had to respect the adults, but now they're so neglected that they just respect the people who respect them. And I don't think that's a bad thing, personally. But that's me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't care. I won't change the way I am. That's another thing that I took from this. I won't change the way I am. This helped me find out my personality, I guess. Just took over 30 years. That's awesome. And it also let me see that I was able to break the cycle. Anyway, I hope everyone's good. Everyone who's watching this, not many people. Homie, I'm sorry I've been absent. It's been hard. To people who keep tuning in to these things. Yeah. Thank you. I hope you're all good and that you stay well. I'll still be around. Yeah. But I'll try to be back. That's a threat. Maybe I should say that to the kids. Bye.